The UK, the 6% fall in the FTSE 100 in the first hour of trading wiped about £84 billion from the combined value of companies in the index. It's intraday now. Let's see how the market is faring with Juliana Olanka. Hello, Juliana. Good afternoon. Well, the FTSE 100 fell heavily at the open. What has changed and what are the major factors driving sentiment at the moment in both the equities and the currency markets?
Well, good afternoon, Chimi. Red is certainly the colour of the day. Bright red is the colour of the day in London today. There seems to be a certain caption going around amongst traders, and that's that they're trying to catch a fallen knife. At intraday, the FTSE All-Share is down 5.65%. The FTSE 100 is down 5.42%, and the FTSE 250 is down 6.67%. In currencies, the pound is down on the dollar by 0.53%, also down on the euro by 0.24%, and down on the Japanese yen by 1.22%. TUI, the package tour operator, they lead the share falls. Their shares are down 13%. Also, the airplane engine manufacturer Rolls-Royce, their shares are down 12%, and now there seems to be a lot of sentiment pushing around gambling firms. They've lost £400 million worth of their share market value because, of course, overnight we heard that US President Donald Trump suspended the NBA season. We haven't had the outcome of the UK emergency COBRA meeting as of yet, but it seems as if this banning of social gatherings will take place in the UK, then sporting events will be cancelled. So a lot of the big sporting firms are seeing their shares down. Flutter Entertainment, they're down 12%. GVC, they're the umbrella company of Ladbroke and Coral. Their shares are down 12%. And also the cruise operator, because cruises have taken a big knock-on effect, they're also leading the plummeting. And the big operator, Clown, is down 12%.
I will talk about that gambling, of course, on this show. But how are the airlines like British Airways responding to the travel ban from Europe to US?
Gosh, you know, it's such a fast-moving story, Chimazane. It's really difficult to try and understand the different dynamics. Of course, Donald Trump announced this ban yesterday, which will start at Friday night, only affecting the Schengen zone. So it's not that he has isolated Britain, an island. We're just not in that Schengen zone. But of course, there are so many connecting flights, and IAG, the mother company of BA, and they're also involved with Aer Lingus and several other flights. They're going to be massively affected. IAG at the moment, their shares are down by about 8%. But the issue really is going to start massively affecting some of the big major airports here in UK, no less than Heathrow, because a lot of the flights from mainland Europe that go into America do part through Heathrow Airport. And of course, as well, if you want to catch an Aer Lingus flight, then you've got to go through Ireland. So there are massive concerns. And of course, the EU have already responded to Donald Trump, saying that he's completely taking this out of control. And of course, it is affecting British passengers, because you've been in mainland Europe in the past 14 days, you're also banned from travelling to America. So it's affecting a lot of different people. I think economists and governments are really trying to scramble to try and understand exactly how this impact is. But of course, it's COVID-19 and it's continuing its world tour. And yes, it's hard to put your thumb on the specific details as of yet.
Well, you talked about the shares of some gambling companies dropping drastically today. Now, online betting firm Betway has been hit with a record penalty of £11.6 million for failing over customer protection and money laundering checks. Tell us more about this.
Well, as you know, Chimaze, even though Betway is a Malta-based firm, it trades in the UK, and Britain is really dealing with kind of an epidemic when it comes to gambling addiction. Apparently, there are about 4 million gambling addicts in the UK, and the regulators have really been trying to crack down. And part of this crackdown is to look at how big gambling firms look after their VIP customers. It doesn't mean VIP means that you're very important, what it means is that you lose the most money. And if you lose a lot of money, you're seen as an important customer to the gambling firm. So this case involves two individuals, one who spent, I believe, let me look at the information correctly, £4 million. No, he spent £8 million over 4 years, and he lost about half of that amount. The regulators found that the company didn't really look into where that money came from. They believe that plenty of that money came from proceedings due to illegal activity, and also a second customer who lost £187,000 in just 48 hours. The regulators don't believe that the firm really looked after the individual's needs, and so this is becoming a serious issue. It's a record-breaking fine, and apparently the proceeds from this fine will go into some mental health charities, because mental health is one of the consequences of dealing with gambling, and it would of course serve as a huge reminder that a lot of these firms need to take responsibility for the mental well-being, and also as well the money that these customers are bringing into the store. So yeah, big story today.
While COVID-19 continues to be hot topic, so we continue to keep a tab on it. Thank you, Juliana.